I'm here live with Colorado linebacker Nikhai Hill-Green here on a 5-star flex. Nikhai, what's going on?
What up? What up? Thanks for having me.
No, absolutely, man. It's really good to see this come full circle, man. We got some mutual friends. We talked earlier in the year, and now you're here. I remember when you were going through the process. You said, Dukes, I think I'm going to Colorado. I said, man, I'm glad you found a home. How excited has it been? How exciting has it been for you to be able to come out and play? And now you're starting at linebacker for Colorado.
Man, I've been looking forward to just putting the Colorado jersey on for a long time. And
Right.
it's like it's relieving to see all the hard work that I put in and that I'm still putting in, you know, coming out to the world. But it's a blessing to play for Coach Prime and have so much experience in the building that I can learn from both staff and players. And it's been a great fit so far.
So you started your career at Michigan, then you went to I think Charlotte, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, and then you ended up at Colorado. So you've been around different coaching staffs. You've been around the highest pedigrees, the best of the best. A lot of those guys on that Michigan national championship team you came in with. What's
Yes,
been the
sir.
biggest difference between Colorado and those other schools that you've noticed so far?
Um, I would say it's more of a pro mindset. They don't really treat you like kids here. You
Hmm.
know what I mean? They
Right.
expect a certain standard, a pro standard, and it's really getting you ready for the pros. You know what I mean? You'll last at some schools if you just like football, but you gotta love it here. You gotta love football, and
Mm.
you gotta be a pro about how you go about your business day in and day out.
What was Coach Prime's message to you when you told him that you were coming to Colorado?
He was just his emphasis was that we're going to win now. You know what I mean? We need impactful players, and we need guys who are going to take a leadership role and have a voice and just lead by example. And that's what I've been trying to do every day. You know, coming in early, staying late, and just leading by example. Not saying too much because I'm a new guy and I still got a lot of trust to be earned by both staff and players. But shoot, just working my tail off every day.
What was it like when your number got called, and what were the emotions going through you when you found out you were starting against Colorado State?
It was both relieving, but also a little bit of excitement
Right.
because I just knew it was going to be a great game. Like I didn't know how it was going to be a great game, but I knew that I prepared. Like I was ready to go. I knew that our team was ready to go. We had a great week of preparation, and it all fell in alignment, and I just knew I was ready to go.
When you started to see, a lot of people projected you to be a starter at the beginning of the season, but you didn't start. Now you played, but you didn't start. What was it like while you were waiting on those games? Because I know your preparation. You're going to prepare like you started anyway. But what was your mindset going into those games when you didn't start right off?
So my mindset is always never get too hot, never get too low.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because you might not be the starter, but you might get in second, third quarter and make some impactful plays that win your team the game. So you just got to keep the task at hand, and winning is the task at hand. So whatever is given, whatever is on your plate, you got to make the most of it. And that's what my mindset was. So whenever my number's called, I'm gonna just do whatever to make my team win.
The media always attacks Colorado for saying that they treat players bad, and Shador doesn't talk to anybody, and Shiloh doesn't talk to anybody else. How was it when you actually saw what it was like at Colorado versus all of the rumors and the bad stuff people say in the media?
That's completely false. All of it is completely false. And I was kind of baffled, when I got here because you're a little hesitant coming in. You're like, oh, I hear some stuff. It's a family here. You know what I mean? And these guys, man, they'll go to bat for you. You know what I mean? They're ride or die type of guys. And I love the staff. I love the coaches. Coaches who just met in May. They've been like had me over to their house, made me dinner. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So that's completely false, man. It's all family over here with the Buff family.
So when you're playing on a talented team like you are, there are going to be guys like we talked about that may not play. when you see another guy who you know is talented that has to wait their turn, what do you tell somebody else who may come to you and is like, man, I'm a little frustrated because I'm not playing? As an older player and as somebody who has a lot of experience, what do you tell the younger guys who are kind of just itching at the bit to kind of play?
Stay the course. That's what I always say. Another linebacker, Levante Bentley, he says trust the process. I tell him stay the course. We both pretty much say the same thing when it comes to the younger guys or guys who aren't getting as much play time as they want. But eventually you're gonna get your shot, and it's about what you
Mm-hmm.
do with it. So it's really about opportunity and it's about preparation. Like whether you're on the scout team, whether you're a 1 or a 2, or whatever, you can make the team better. You can make the team better on special teams. You can make the team better with giving a look on scout team, with coming in the building, getting treatment. Your example is not when you get on the field. Your example is when you step in the building, and that's what
Mm,
I always try to tell that, especially the younger linebackers, the freshman linebackers. That's what I try to tell them. Like your example, the coach, he might not be watching your scout team reps, but he's watching what time you get in the building. He's watching if you stay after on the field. He's watching little things, and those little things will make you such a better player because those 10 extra minutes on the field, working on footwork or working on your hands or working on whatever the case may be, that 10 minutes over a span of months, that's a lot of time every
yeah,
day. So
right.
I just tell them stay the course. Eventually you're gonna get your shot.
After the Nebraska game, it was like a dark cloud over Colorado. The media was like beating everybody up, and there was like the people who don't like Colorado. And I'll say there are some guys who aren't really favorable, who aren't really happy about what's going on in Colorado. They took it as a time just to kind of tee off. What was the mentality in the locker room for you guys to band together and come out and play a game like you did against Colorado State?
It's like we came together, and the only way I can put it into words is that we put our backs against the wall and we really locked our arms. Like
Right.
we just standing 10 toes and we doing it for each other. Nobody else see the work that goes on, that went on in the summer, that goes on throughout the week of preparation. They see the outcome on Saturdays. So really we just banded together and we're still banding together, and it's just glue. It's more fire put in the pot for us to just keep working. We still got doubters. We still got stuff that we want to get accomplished that people think we can't do. So it's just it puts a bigger chip on our shoulder. You know what I mean? The media, we got a love-hate relationship with the media because they give us that little fuel that we need. You know what
Right.
I mean? We're gonna get the job done, but we need that little fuel and they give it to us.
You've played with a lot of great players. How good is Travis Hunter?
One of the best I've been around. Just as far as his outlook on the game and how he simplifies the game. It's one of the best players I've been around, just IQ wise. Take the athleticism out of it. The
Mm-hmm.
IQ and the film study. When you see Travis, you see that iPad in his hand, and there's some type of film on there. You know what I
Mm,
mean? And that's what's not talked about enough. For you to play offense and defense, that means you got to know all the offensive plays and all the defensive plays.
right.
You know what I mean? And that's valuable. That's very valuable. Like sometimes I'm like, I got the mic in my helmet,
Right.
and when I'm talking to everybody on the field, sometimes I look at Trav like he just came off offense. Like I don't know how his head's not spinning. But yeah, he's really talented. He's one of the best I've been around.
What's it like if you guys are in practice? What's it like having him be like on your same side and you guys are working together one play, then the next play he's almost like an op. He's on the other side of the ball. Like what was that like having to play with him one play and then play against him on the next?
It's like sometimes you check, you look out there at corner like we got 12. That's what it's like. That's what it's like. It's like do we got 12 or they got it?
Right.
All right. Alert them throwing the ball to 12. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it's like. But man, the competition,
Right.
that's what I love. That's what I love, man. We really get better every day. Like some people preach that, but here at Colorado, you got to get better every day because, like you said, there's so many talented players that they don't get the opportunity to, you know what I mean, start. They contribute, but man, we got a lot of talent, and we're so deep as a team. So, I mean, I have pride. I have pride. I know there's good linebackers in the linebacker room. So when I
Right.
step out there, I'm trying to be perfect because I know they can go out there and do just as good as me. You know what I mean? And every other position is the same way. So yeah, the competition, that's what makes us better. And that depth, that's really going to help us coming into league play.
All right, coming off of a win, you got Baylor, your first Big 12 game. What's the mentality going into the week against Baylor?
Prepare, man. Just be prepared for everything. Like don't cut no corners, don't take no shortcuts. Be prepared for everything possible. Whatever we gave up in the past games, they might try to copycat that. Whatever they did, they hit some big plays in their past games. We got to be on it, man. We got to be sharp. And this is our Big 12 debut. So yeah, this is an important game, and we're gonna prepare and we'll be ready.
Nikhai, man, awesome stuff. Thank you so much. Where can everybody find you on social media?
At N Hill-Green on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and I haven't been on social media a lot. I'm sorry, y'all, but yeah, hit me on there at N Hill-Green.
You got work to do. I see why you're not on there. And the work is paying off. 6 tackles, 4 solos last game. Man, heck of a game. Nikhai, see you soon, big dog.
Appreciate it.
All right, man.